welcome back to Wreck 'Em TV, the official web show for Texas Tech Athletics. Travis Cram with the Texas Tech Official Sports Report. Alongside me, Matt Johnson, Associate Editor of the Texas Tech Official Sports Report. Texas Tech basketball team taking on Northwestern State tonight. 94-75 win for the Red Raiders. Matt, obviously a good game. Bad start, but a good game overall.
No, they came out a little sluggish, but we had 5 different players in double figures, led by Mike Singletary's 25. So overall, not a bad performance. Tale of two halves, though, really.
Yeah, and Pat Knight kind of said the same thing after the game. Here's what Mike Singletary, and Dwaylen Roberts had to say about it.
You know, we started off slow, just real slow. We weren't attacking the bucket. We were just playing lazy. And that's the reason, the game was so close there at the very beginning. And then, when we got into about 6 minutes left, like you said, Coach brought us in, and we were in the huddle, and we were just like, we got to get going. There's no way they should be in the game with us. So, we just got a lot of steals. We created turnovers, and whenever we get turnovers, that helps our offense. That gets us going. So that really helped us out.
I thought we buckled down the second half and played our type of defense, and that's just something we just have to establish. Last year, we couldn't guard people. We tried, but from a personnel standpoint, we just didn't have really from an athletic standpoint. And now we got guys that can get in the passing lane, block shots when guys drive, contain the ball, and we just got to keep working at it.
Boxing out is pretty much one of the things we have to work on from last year. A lot of rebounding and talking, switching, pushing, and all stuff like that. And that helped us this game.
I think it's just like, David Tyree last game, we wrote him. Instead of just being able to get on the back of one guy, I think this year, and I said this earlier, there are going to be 5 or 6 guys who can do that too. And our guys have done a good job, though. I'll give them that. When a guy gets hot, get him the ball. From that standpoint, not getting upset because they're not getting their shots. So I like where the guys' heads are at when they see somebody that's playing well. If they have a mismatch, they're getting them the ball.
Okay, that was head coach Pat Knight, and obviously he kind of said it. Bad defense in the first half. They give up 44 points, but then 31 points only in the second half. We know they can play offense, though, with this Tech team, especially with Mike Singletary.
Yeah, they can run all over the place, but Dwaylen Roberts said it best. If they get more steals and get more rebounds and play better defense, they can get better fast break points. If you look at it, throughout the game, they had 16 fast break points. That's low for what they've done this season, but they also scored 52 points in the paint. So they're better at attacking. They're better at getting the ball down inside on the defense and kicking it out if need be. And then, like Pat said, he's resting the guys up so they will play defense, unlike last year.
Yeah, and he took Singletary out toward the end. Obviously, we saw at the end of last season, especially in that Big 12 tournament, Singletary is going to be the big offensive guy to watch on this team. We've seen some flashes of brilliance, of course, for John Robertson over the years. Mm-hmm. And now, especially with David Tyree getting in the mix with these guys, Singletary had a huge end of the first half for him. He had 18 points in the first half. 14 of those 18 came in the last 6.5 minutes to kind of spark that team. That fed into that second half and really that defensive effort for Tech. But offensively, they're scoring lights out right now, but, can they keep this up as they take on Lamar on Saturday?
Well, the big game last year against Lamar, upset Tech, upset.
Yeah, you could call it an upset, or it could just be a good win for that team.
But you have to look at it. Last year was a lot different than this year. Pat said earlier they've got 5 or 6 guys they can rely on, that this team can just follow and say, all right, we're going to jump on your back, we're going to ride you to the end of the game, and we're going to get this done. And Mike showed them that in the first half. And then come out in the second half, he only scored 7 in the second half. But you also got to think they were already up by 20. They went on a 20-7 run to start the second half. At that point, the game was basically over. They were just waiting to hear the final whistle.